Good girl. Thanks, girl. Been just any more look at it. All right then. spiders will be the size of curls. Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
You're as pale as a poltergeist. Cole said it was an army of a cash.
Go on then. They're all waiting for you.
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you need?
Yes, it is. I'm loath to give a patient Elysia, but a single dose dulls even the most. It may be a gentle way to die. I wish there wasn't a...
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Daya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you. And you, Clive.
Oh.
The man you helped today back in the Southern Isles. On the front, I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until
An art we would be lost with.
tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world.
And the kindness Sid.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs... have to change. And we need to be the ones to change.
And we will.
I hope so.
If Amber and the Lazarus had gone.
Miss Shirley, how can we have...
Sid! Heard you were in Canberra fetching your name.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less?
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get...
Good luck with it.
If it's knowledge you seek.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, I, can't help but... Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore... Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us... Do you recall the extract with which I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
A few more of these, and the Deadlands will seem less dead.
Are you buying or selling? Anything else? A fine choice. Go safely.
Ah, Lord Rossfield.
Straight home now. Come on. Kicked down already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest you go.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting these bearers flames and they...
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges.
I'm a busy man, as you can see. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, that prick knows he's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up, we'll be ruined.
It's no use. The flames just aren't hot enough.
I suppose we could try working copper instead. If we had the ore.
I thought I'd made myself clear. Piss off.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your...
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shed Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. And you'd be thrown...
All right. Do it. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Dravozd. Will show the world, wouldn't you agree?
When you put course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to...
Oh?
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamandered.
Time for a spot. Let's make this quick, shall we? No mistakes. I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about, then?
Good news, Clive. When I told...
Any trouble finding?
Nothing I could...
Right then, if everyone pulls their weight.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal.
You know what this means?
Sorry about earlier. That thing you built us is... You've saved up.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After you left that there, was my answer. Chuck it in our secret for yours. I've always envied, since the day I became chief. There's no amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. But, is it anyone?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tight. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us?
See that you both...
All right.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan there.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are there's no greater honour. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan and if that helps save even us. What was it you said he called me? Huh? Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see you back on form.
I don't know how you... but I'm grateful. Now, well...
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are.
A little healthy company.
You're not wrong. It's a shame. No use, Grub. Blackthorn's happy.
What do I owe the honour? So, what'll it be? And how am I meant to do that then? And?
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less for him?
Sid! Heard you were in Canberra fetching young Nick.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Mr. Dog?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask the Bard.
Come on. Faster!
This might take a while. No holding back.
Be safe.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Time to fight. Don't get surrounded. Straight home now.
Be safe.
No mistakes. Let's go.
Chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
What do you want? Anything else?
Goodness, you're as pale as a poltergeist. Why don't you see? Cole said it was an army of a cash. Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Right, Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. And he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come.
You said that ship was fast! Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers!
You lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next?
I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Don't let the coffin get carried. We don't pay and I'll be damned if I'm going first.
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? A boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my axe? No matter, heads will roll, all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Eddie's veins. These foes will not fall.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a restaurant.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
You're finished.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. for my signal!
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye, and they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And
May fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Oh, oh, there. Oh, oh, oh. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Greek of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord.
Between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye! Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigor's gas!
Barnabas.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Bloody hell!
At a starboard!
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Still alive, are ya? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Come again. Or don't.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
at last. You're all going to die. First on the butcher's bill.
I need to hurry.
flame!
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The light is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my Lord will still find you. Defend yourself! All this violent fury, and for what? Stopping the light. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man. How dare you? You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. Too slow. Rise, Mythos.
No good. Guess we're all ready.
I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Come on! Let's try. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that!
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods!
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back! I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so lone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving. Provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden... I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough, whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it. are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few. You will.
Of course.
Set on leaving already,
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less. If your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, Matt.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this.
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Heard the bad news then.
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at it.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think he would.
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well... I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm...
How do you split the sea, you reckon?
I reckon we're better off not knowing.
Then again, why settle?
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lessons?
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on bringing another one. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification. and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that, let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than your mithril engines get hotter. And you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that.
If it's
You've got a couple of weeks.
awful, so this smelter is similar to the mithril engine.
That's right. And we've backward there. And
Come back. Thank goodness Sid made it home safely.
adrift on foam-flecked peaks, despair looms below. Yet in the dark, a flame is sparked.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts.
Still alive, are you? Go on, then. I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, will it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
Oh, you're here.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
I have some things for sale. Certainly. Here you are. Thank you.
The brass neck of that girl. Everyone's coming together to fight.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
What are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, he left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost. Bloody stupid. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you're wasting half of mine instead?
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off. You, ready for the off, then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with you. Don't want any nasty surprise. Oh, and Blackthorn.
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more. They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the...
Good idea. Get yourself...
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, order your men. No heroic last stands, you hear me?
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, and it won't come to that. Take good care of...
Leave it to me, and...
All right. Which one of you's first? Apparently not. Not getting past me. question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters night, but mostly, I'm
afraid I've only delayed. There's no getting rid of, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village's days are...
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned, so...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And
I always envied you. You leaving gave me the perfect... And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. You'd have been the death of the...
Finally. I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Our work used to be the pride of Dalmec. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day. It's not about the craft. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths will make. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead back. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same...
That's a kind offer. Kind. There's people who trust their lives to my steel. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next...
I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravost in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. Between the two of us.
You know what? Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan can...
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan.
The beast was...
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been... You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my...
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save it right.
To the bellows.
Well, bugger.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's...
Thank you.
So, does this...
It'll take more than that to earn it, but we're up for the...
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something.
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next...
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past.
Then tap the kegs!
Thanks for you, dear. That it? Fine. Trouble with your gear, or... I know, and if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't... You do what you need to do, Clive.
The Dominion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
You're that sellsword the dame's so fond of.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
It's not only control of the garrison he wants.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make it? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out against one of the most... A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'll see what I...
Thank you.
Tell me then. In the garrison?
Overseeing.
All right. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Well, what do you think?
We already have a leader in the Dane.
Halt. Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the holy
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses, which is more than can be said for Oriflamme. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be... with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, We need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already under. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their lead. If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, she will require a one whose authority. That is why this left so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befit. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of you would sow the seeds of your new empire in...
Sabine, we...
Yes! And I told you then how putting the Empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire...
And in yours, there will be only Is that what Grieger wills...
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens... I wonder what the people really think of the Duke. It wouldn't hurt to... Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
The Dominion's all but done for.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought of it.
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the Holy Ca... Now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
That so-called Jew, Ether floods, icons, whites and wolves. Was a time the market stalls were lined with all manner of goods from the four corners of Valisthea. Now, we're lucky to find an unbruised pit or a decent...
Sell anything today?
As much as you.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
The garrison salvaged what they could.
A question. What do you think of the Duke?
Don't you build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all? If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right, we'll do whatever it takes to keep what's... Whatever it...
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Interesting.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks? Do you think he was the only one who survived?
You. You're the one who was talking to his...
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town. Do you think that's a good...
It's not. All I know is that unless the Emperor ordered... Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs. Once Sandbreak is back on her feet, well...
A whole day to dry some...
Well, what do you think?
It's not only control of the garrison he wants, it's the whole of North...
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
Captain.
For you? Thank you, Velast. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you, do you intend to go up?
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved.
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
So, the Dominion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
Do you think he was the only one who survived? And you're just gonna fall into line?
I don't trust this Duke.
Ah, were you able to speak?
I was.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrack, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realized not following some nobleman's orders for this protecting
I honestly don't know when those, but I'm certain they're not finished. And when they do come back, we need to stand with you to lead us, milady. It was you who finally There's no point following orders if they...
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. We have only to turn our attentions to the... Thank you, Philippe.
Anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed... I fear His Eminence has...
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that But I suspect I shall have to call until then.
Until then.
He'd have our coin. Not strong enough.
I swore to protect this town.
To deal with these ones first. to find this spherical echo. This is it.
Mm-hmm.